All right. Hello there. It's been a little while. I lost track of every second of my day. That is not to say that I did not do other things. No, actually, it's fine if I put. I was gonna remove the bottom of this, but I've decided against that. How you doing? It's been like close, probably closing in on a year. I have to imagine. I did not make more of these videos because, let me explain, I have in my eyes, a good reason for this. I have a big white sheet that I put up, and it was easy to put up, right? And then I had to take it down, and then the next time at 6 a.m. that I was like, I'm gonna do this, I was like, I didn't think about the fact that it will take me like 10 minutes to set this up, and I don't have 10 minutes to spare on top of the time I allocate towards this video. So it's not morning right now. It's like midday, and instead of tea, I have a Sprite because I didn't feel I already had tea today, and I love multiple cups of tea, but I just wanted to get this out of the way. So I felt it was necessary to drink something. Once again, you have listened or not listened to my slurps. Drinkage. So, what has happened in my life since the last video? This is a weird one. I went back and watched the previous video, and it's so weird. And this was the purpose. This was the purpose of this video. It's so weird to look back and see where I was. To look back and hear the word physics exam and just go, I passed that physics exam. I did well in all my classes. I graduated. In fact, I graduated from my school, and I am very happy about it. I do not have the white sheet today, by the way, because I didn't want to set it up. So we're just going to use the couch. I am also using, since the last time I had a video, I have a nice camera. Like a nice camera. I'm pretty excited about it. We're gonna see how well it works to sync it up with video, but we'll see. So, full list of updates. Let's run through them for you, future Julian, because you may not even be thinking about these. I mean, maybe you will. I don't know. But, I graduated. Whippy, big boy. I'm a big boy now. I have a bachelor's degree in computer science and game design. So I can do both the things. I can do both the computer science and the game designs. I like game design more. The computer science is great, but I use it like as a tool for the game design part of things. I have a job. It's a good job. I'm not going to say where, but it's a good job. I got engaged. That's a pretty big one. I proposed to my girlfriend and she said yes. As a note to anyone wondering, I mean, anyone watching this video probably already knows that, but she said yes, and it was real good. It was good. It was a good time. It has been a good time. Everything is going smoothly. Wedding planning is not nearly as stressful as people have made it out to be. At least for me personally, it's like stressful, but if you space it out, It's been good. And that's not a fresh proposal speech either. That's like 6 months in proposal speech. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy. I have new camera. I have a new computer. That's a good one. I built a computer. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm getting my car reworked. It's starting that process. I'm pretty excited for that. New stereo system in there. Very excited. As a note, I sound like I'm buying a lot of things for myself. Some of these are gifts. From other people. Some of these are things I've needed for a long time. Example, stereo system. I'm not buying a new car. I'm reworking my old car to be cool so that it can be used as a new car and not suck. Which is still less expensive than buying a new car. So I'm not just spending money willy-nilly. I'm planning things. I have a budgeting system and it's working pretty dang well. Student loans have started. So that's a thing. It's doing good. I'm excited to pay those off eventually, someday in the future. Been playing a lot of Lethal Company. I guess that's not really a life update. Maybe I'm just a no life. But I'm playing a lot of Lethal Company. It's real fun. It's a great game, and it like sparks my brain to want to make games more. I mean, I already want to make games. I always want to make games, but I don't know. Whenever I see a simple topic from one person succeed, because they executed it so amazingly, it just makes me, you know what I mean? So what do? Oh wait, I can't. I'm gonna hide my footsies. Nobody needs to see my footsies. I'm not in nice clothes right now. I'm not, but it's because I'm comfy, and comfy's okay. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to the gym later. Oh, another thing. I've been going to the gym a lot. It feels really cool and good and nice. Yeah. I think that's a pretty good list. I think that's a pretty good list as it stands. I want to talk about a thing today. I want to talk about a thing because this is Dear Julian, and I want to talk to Julian because there's some stuff fresh off my brain. I started this because at the time I was just coming out of a really hard point in my life. I started this series because I wanted to document the progress of my happiness from that hard point in my life. I don't want to talk about why, but you know why. It's future me. And I am very pleased to announce that it's good. Things are very good by comparison to before, and you know this, future me, but you may forget it, and you can't forget it. You're not allowed to forget it, because there's this whole... For a while there, I was so confused. I couldn't get a grasp on my brain, and I knew that there was an end point, right? I was at this hard point in my life started for a very obvious reason, and it just kept going. It felt like it was going on forever. It was about 3 months long, and it just felt like it kept going on for a really long time, and I just could not get a grip on my brain. I just couldn't. It felt like I was out of control of my own mind, which I hate, by the way. I hate feeling like I don't have control over my own brain. It's one of my least favorite things, and maybe that's like prideful. I don't know, but if it's causing my family stress or things like that, right? Because I am being an idiot, then I hate that. I hate being in that position. I don't like allowing myself to be in that position. And so, I usually am pretty dang good about working on my own brain to be not sucky. Which, you know, I think I did it. But at the time, I could not figure out why. And I think I hope you remember this, future me, but it ended. That's important to remember. The thing that was causing me pain, whether for good or for bad, I'm not going to say which one because that's not the point. It ended. And it doesn't feel like it's going to end. And I knew that at the time, but experiencing it is different. In my mind, I was like, this will end eventually. And I will not care about this even maybe a year from now. And look at this. I care about the fact that that happened, but it's not a lingering thing. It worked out just like they all said it would. Family, counselor, everyone. And you know why. But for anyone watching this, I want you to remember something. Right now, if you're in a position, I keep folding my legs. I can't be doing that. Right now, if you're in a position as a person where you feel like everything is awful, you feel like the world is ending, you feel like something in your life has gone awry, or you don't know where to go with it, or whatever it is, you need to remember that realistically in life, you're just living. There is no end goal. I mean, there is for a lot of people, including for myself, but you as an individual may not have an end goal, and that's okay. To me, the point of life is living for yourself as a secondary. It is primarily living for those around you. And that is so important because we get trapped up in this idea that we have to be, like, we ourselves have to be happy, right? And we can't figure out how. We can't figure out how to get there. And so we take alternate paths. Maybe we concentrate on our anger about topics in order to distract away from the loneliness or the sadness, right? Or maybe we concentrate on our work specifically to make ourselves feel fulfilled because what else are we supposed to do? Sit at home? But I can tell you, at least from my experience and from seeing my friends and family go through these things, is that the only thing that matters in life is each of us individually to each other. And that, there's a limit to that, right? You don't want to just give away yourself as a person to everything else to the point where you're dying, right? You need to be able to concentrate on your own happiness and have your own time and take time for yourself. Same thing. But don't let that be the only thing. Don't sit at home wondering why you don't have that next job yet. I've talked about this in the previous video of what makes happiness, but this is coming out of sadness. This is not just about what success defines and being happy. It is what actually brings you to that point where you can be happy. And to me, it's taking the time not only for yourself, but making sure you take the time to recognize the people around you. And not being in charge of their happiness, but adding to it. Helping them, helping people in need, helping your friends, helping your family, giving to people. And what you'll find is that the thing that is missing in a lot of our lives is once we give that piece of ourselves to others, and I don't mean like give away, I mean put yourself in other people's hands. Put yourself in other people's hands. Once you do that, they're going to put themselves in yours. And not in a way where you are responsible for them, but in a way that lightens the load. It puts the weight that you were carrying and that they were carrying on each other. And not in a way that means you're offloading it, but in a way that means you're sharing it. And a lot of people might be like, well, isn't that just going to be the same weight distributed? And yes, to an extent, but no, because different people handle things in different ways. And that shared wisdom is what matters. That piece that you were missing, that person has it. Or maybe that person over there, or your grandma, or your daughter in some cases, or someone you may not be expecting because you haven't taken the time to concentrate on that part of your life. And I don't mean just being there for them. I mean emotionally connecting with them. Not losing that emotional connection with your wife, with your family of any kind, with your friends, with your husband, with your anyone. It's you have to take the steps to feel connected, because the bigger web you have of people that you love and who love you, which you always have people that love you, and you may not know them yet, but they'll be there if you look for them. The wider that web, the more weight you all can carry, the more you can all support each other. And that, to me, is what has brought me out of darkness, right? In that hard time, I depended on everyone around me to a point where I felt like I was being a mooch, but I wasn't, because they love me so much. And they showed me the power of that love, the just amazing power of that love. And the fact that once they took it all, and it stressed them out. Yeah, it did. But that's why they were there for me, because they wanted to take that load. They wanted to take that weight off of me. Once I had a moment to breathe because they were all there with me, something flipped in my head. That thing where I couldn't control my brain anymore. I felt like the one thing I was grasping for wasn't giving me what I needed, like my happiness, right? I was grasping for my happiness. It flipped to, I stopped looking. And that's kind of cliche. Stop looking for your happiness and it will come to you. But it's true. It's seriously so true. And not in the way of like, oh, stop looking for happiness and then boom, it's there. It's look for other things, because those are the things that represent happiness, not happiness in itself. Happiness is not a thing you achieve. You achieve things in your life and they lead to happiness. And I forgot that. I've been positive and fought in my own brain many times, but being content is not being happy. And right now, I'm pretty excited to say I'm happy. I look at a Christmas tree and I go, wow, that makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Not, that's a pretty Christmas tree. And that seems like a similar thing, but they're very different. And they're parts of each other, but it's important to have that second piece. Just like it's important to have the first piece, right? If you're just whimsical all the time, but you don't understand why, that can be its own problem. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about here, because I think that is important. It's a really important thing, and we forget it. And you should remember it. Me or whoever else is watching this, you are able to get out of what you're stuck in right now. And it's through people. It's through the people around you. Your friends, your family, your children, your parents, your spouse. It doesn't matter. You could find a community to be a part of. But that will bring you out. And I guarantee you will look back on the moment you're in right now, this moment where you feel totally destroyed, totally like everything's gone. And 40 years from now, you will not remember it. And if you do, you will not care. You will go, I'm wiser now. I understand what's going on. And I know why that happened to me. Because it made me who I am. And, you know, that's not always the case for everyone in the sense that you need to be able to move on from certain things for that to happen. But use that as a starting point. Use that as an idea. That years from now, if you let this go, this pain you have, if you try and let it go and concentrate on something new, especially people, then that pain will be behind you, not in front of you. You will be past that point, and it may take a while, but it will get there, and you will look back and you will be proud to know that you are happy now. All right. Now that the cheesy nonsense talk is over. Well, it's not nonsense. Now that the cheesy motivational speech is done, now that I have given you your power, time to talk about my goals. I have been going to the gym consistently still for 4 months. I take care of myself. I do a daily skincare routine and continue to do my morning routine. I am getting 8 hours of sleep a day. Hopefully. That one's a little hard sometimes. I feel good about the things I'm buying. Not just spending willy-nilly, but buying things I need and things I need long term. Something that will last me. I have gotten to my goal weight. I weigh about 200 pounds right now, and all of that has been muscle, which is nice. That's not bragging. That's just nice because, like, I weighed like 185, and I've gained 15 pounds of muscle. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But I need to lose the body fat, so I need to come down to like 190, maybe 180-ish from losing body fat. That would be wonderful. Because I'm at like 22% right now. My goal is like 16%. That's stretching it, but that's what I'm going to do. I am at 16% body fat in 6 months. That's a reasonable goal, I think. That's all I have time for, really. And what time is it? Yes, 3:24. I need a slurp of my Splite. Wow, that was really one of the worst sounds I've ever made. I'm not gonna include that. Listen to that sound. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's a good sound. Well, I don't know what to sell. I don't know what else to say. But hopefully I keep doing this. This is a lot easier. I'm probably just gonna use the couch. The stuff behind me, it's my family's DVD selection or Blu-ray selection, I mean. So don't mind that. But I hope to keep doing these. I hope every week. I hope. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try and do it more frequently. Thank you for watching, me or whoever. I love you very much. You're very cool. Unless you suck, then you suck. But I mean, you're probably cool. I'm just saying. I will see you next time. Time to go get my hair cut. My hair is real long and I don't like it.